This is Isabella. Isabella lives in Miami. She loves snorkeling in the one and only barrier reef in North America, the Great Florida Reef, to observe the vibrant coral reef species. She loves how lively and colorful they are, but she also admires them because she knows that many marine animals are dependent on these one species. But in the past years, Isabella realized that there has been changes in the coral reefs, that they're losing their colors. Corals take up less than 1% of all the ocean's floor, but they are home for about a quarter of marine animals, as more than 1 million species live on them. From small animals who use them to camouflage and hide from predators, to big animals who get their food source from the animals living on the reefs. The coral reefs is without a doubt a key species in the marine ecosystem. Corals also prevent tsunamis and similar natural disasters by blocking 97% of a wave's strength and protecting the coastline cities from the destructive damages of such natural disasters. Moreover, they are essential to a functioning marine tourism and the economies of coastline cities. The effect of the coral reefs whitening and losing their color is called coral bleaching, and coral bleaching is caused by ocean warming. The greenhouse gases continue to warm the earth, and the oceans emit most of the heat from the atmosphere. As the oceans get warmer, the algae that give corals their colors escape from the structure and leave the white skeleton exposed. It is important that the algae stays and the corals are colorful, because those algae are capable of photosynthesis, and oxygen is important for all living things, including humans. Here is a representation of a vibrant and healthy ecosystem that has colorful reefs in it. Here is another that has coral reefs that are bleached. One can easily see how lifeless the other one is. Let's go back to Isabella. She learns that the warming inside the ocean doesn't only affect the ocean ecosystems. Isabella's friend Liam just lost his house just because of the climate imbalance. Liam and his family wish to move to inner lands because of the storms that get more and more extreme every year. The latest storm has destroyed theirs and many other people's houses. The storm carried more water than storms from before, and it was thus much more severe. The water cycle, as we know, is simple. Water evaporates from water sources, the water condensates in the air to form the clouds, and when the clouds get heavy enough, the water returns to the rivers and the oceans in the form of rain. This cycle is heavily dependent on the temperature of the atmosphere on Earth. So with global warming, what would change in the water cycle if the temperature went up? The excess heat that exists because of the excessive greenhouse gas emissions warms the oceans and the seas, and thus more water evaporates. With more and warmer water stored in the clouds, rain, and therefore storms and hurricanes all around the world gets more watery, or speaking in terms of meteorology, more latent. Also, the excess heat from these waters generates stronger, much more detrimental natural disasters, and this is the undesirable water cycle we are facing. There is no doubt that the storms are getting more latent and intense, but the problem is that they are also occurring more and more frequently. Low sea level cities such as Miami are especially facing unexpected sunny day floods, of which floods unexpectedly occur even on sunny days due to the existence of excess water. The cycle will not return to normal if no action is taken to actively stop the increase in global temperature. If we don't stop our carbon emissions and other acts that trigger global warming, we will not have enough time to do it in the next decade. Therefore, the biggest solution is to reduce the sources of greenhouse gas emissions. Isabella and Liam feel more conscious now that they know that people's lives are in direct effect because of the warming of the oceans. They decide to educate themselves more on the topic, and then they use the help of social media to spread the message. They post articles and facts about the latest news on ocean warming, in hopes to educate others to actively fight against global warming.